There was about a cup left of coffee left in the pot from the day before, but since I'm doing this challenge, I had to pour it down the drain. Just kidding, I gave it to my hubby.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. You guys, I'm so cheesy, I'm so sorry, but anyways, it's an empty mug. So obviously from the title of this video, I cut out coffee for 21 days and that was tough. It was really hard, but I learned a lot from this whole experience, so I'm really excited to share that with you guys today. Before we get into this video though, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe down below if you like this kind of content. I like to make videos all about lifestyle, motherhood, faith content, so if that's your jam, definitely consider subscribing down below. With all that being said, let's get right on into the video. And I also wanted to just mention like my backstory with coffee, why I even chose to do this challenge in the first place. So honestly, the biggest thing for me is I have ADHD, and I wanted to see if cutting out coffee completely would help me like have more focus, have more memory, mental clarity, all that stuff. And I learned a lot of interesting things about all this. So I decided to dive right in and see if that would help in any way to help me have more mental clarity, to have better memory, and just more focus in general, because I just struggle. I struggle a lot, and just honestly making these kind of videos too, it's sometimes really hard for me to get the words out, and I just think a lot of it has to do with my brain is just going way too fast for my words coming out of my mouth, and it's hard. So bear with me. So just know, being a mom, I'm so tired all the time. I don't get enough sleep, and I wanted to see if drinking no coffee would help me with my sleep and then hopefully have more energy in the morning and just have energy in general for my kids. I should also say this too, I was never a big coffee drinker to begin with. I honestly took me 27 years to finally drink coffee on a regular basis. And I shouldn't say finally, but I don't know, I just never really felt like it was that appealing to me at the time. Even in college, I never had coffee. I would maybe have it like once or twice a year. Like I really never had coffee. But once I had my second son, I wanted it like every single day, and sometimes 2 to 3 cups a day, which for me, that's a lot. I learned a lot throughout the way from this challenge, and I wanted to share a little bit with you guys today, especially in the moment. So like on day 3 or 5 or 7, I really wanted to share how I was really feeling, what I was experiencing and everything. So I'm gonna share some of that with you guys right now. Okay, so I guess it's day 0 right now because this is the day before I will start this challenge. I went to Caribou. I never do this. I usually just drink coffee at home, but I'm like, you know what? This is special. I want to get my own coffee to go in the drive-thru, so I got a small campfire mocha. So this is going to be the last coffee for who knows how long. Anyways, I'm going to try it. That is so good. That is so good. I think it's really good though because it's just a lot of sugar too. And that is honestly what I really want to work on too, is just cutting back on sugar, because I definitely put too much sugar in my coffee. So this will be a good challenge for myself, and I'm excited to see what it'll bring. But I'm also excited to drink the rest of this. So there you go. Well, hello there. It is day 1 of no coffee, and I'm honestly feeling not too bad right now. I really hope that with cutting out coffee will give me more energy, especially since you'll be replacing it with the matcha. And I've heard great things about matcha, that it can give you more energy, mental clarity, stuff like that, especially when you take out the caffeine. Or obviously this does have caffeine in it, but it's just not as much. So this is the Pure Chimp brand. I honestly just got it because it was like the cheapest kind I could find that was still ceremonial grade, which is the kind you should go for. Don't go for the culinary grade, go for the ceremonial. We're gonna do that today, and I will show you how I make it. Okay, so we're just using the blender to blend all this up. You can definitely use like a whisk, like one of those fancy matcha whisks that you can get, but I might get those eventually. But for now, we're just using the blender. So I put about a 1/4 cup of water in here already, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of matcha powder. And then I am going to be adding just a little bit of sweetener, but it's like 0 sugar sweetener. So it's from the Nut Pod brand. I'm just gonna put a little splash in there, and then we'll blend it up. All right. So that's what it should look like. Kind of frothy on the top too. So I'm just taking a pint-sized mason jar. You can definitely use a bigger mason jar if you want, but then it won't be as flavorful as far as the matcha powder goes. So just keep that in mind. But I'm just gonna add a couple ice cubes to it. Then I'm just gonna pour the matcha in here. Woo, I spilled. Oh well. Okay, got that all cleaned up. And then I just top it off with some almond milk. So this was just from Sam's Club, the unsweetened vanilla, but you can use whatever you'd like. Here is for the taste test. Just kidding, I've had this so many times already. I just love it so much. This is the first time though that I'm like cutting up the coffee and just switching to matcha. So yay, I'm super excited for this week and I just want to feel better, honestly, and just have more energy. So I'm really hoping maybe even clear up my skin. We'll see. I know matcha can have some benefits with clearing up your skin, so we will see. But I'm gonna enjoy this now and I'll see you on day 2. So it's day 2 of no coffee. Got my matcha here and I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. I'm very surprised. I don't have any headaches or anything. I do have a little, like, I do feel tired still, but I definitely got a better night's rest. And I just wonder if the coffee that I was drinking before, like, interfered with my sleep. And I know I'm a mom, like, I'm up a lot anyway with my children waking up, but you know, it was still like that last night, and I just feel more refreshed, and I don't know, maybe it's the matcha too. Maybe it gives me more sustainable energy. So that's really interesting. So I'm just excited to continue this for the rest of the week and honestly the rest of the month, however long I want to do this for. It's day 3 of no coffee. Here's my matcha. You're just gonna have to overhear everything else in the background. I'm definitely feeling a little bit out of it this morning. Last night I had a big headache and I thought that was weird, like, to have it at night, so I don't know if that was because of coffee, but it could be. So who knows? We'll see. But we'll see how today goes. I do feel okay. I just feel really out of it. And I still feel like a lingering headache, so it could be like withdrawals. I don't know. We'll see. We are on day 6, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm very, very tired and just low energy. I just wanted to give a little break to myself too, so I turned on some Anna music for my kids because I just needed some time to myself. But yeah, something that I've been noticing during this challenge is that since I'm not drinking any coffee, I feel like I want more sugar and I'm just having more cravings in general. So that's been a little struggle and it's been making me break out. So that's fun. You know, I've always struggled with acne ever since, I don't know, 13, but it's just crazy because, like, I'm 28 years old. I always feel like I shouldn't be having to struggle with this still, but I feel like it's just gonna always be a battle for me. That's something I'm learning is when you cut out coffee, you know, that could help you a lot, but if your nutrition isn't on point, like if your nutrition isn't, you know, at least like 80% healthy, like as far as like whole foods goes, then I don't know, like, is it really doing much for you then? So at least for me, like, that's what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing it through my skin, you know, and I think acne is a good indicator of, like, are you really, like, taking care of yourself? Like, are you getting enough rest? Are you getting enough good nutrients in your body? Speaking of coffee, my daughter's making coffee for her little Raggedy Ann dolls. Okay, hi. It is day 13. I think it's day 13 today. Honestly, I have not been keeping track, and I think it's because I don't know, like, this whole challenge doesn't even feel that challenging to me, at least anymore. Maybe I think I've been getting used to it now, so now I just don't feel the need to drink coffee, or it's more of like a social thing for me, I think. So, like, I want to drink coffee when I'm going out with friends, or like if I'm at church or something like that. So it's been good, and I feel like my skin has been definitely clearing up, and I probably has to do with no sugar as well, but I just feel really good, and I really want to get back to the place of when I can just have coffee, like, not every day, not have to, like, go to it as my go-to drink. So I've been really liking the tea. The matcha tea has been great. My sister has been giving me some of this tea. It's from the Republic of Tea, I think it's what it's called. And this one is coconut chocolate tea. So I'm gonna try it. That is so good. So I did add creamer. I added the no sugar creamer and then some heavy cream to it. So it's definitely creamier because of that, but that's a really good taste. Yeah, the flavors are like, you know, real. They're not like the fake flavors. So I really appreciate that. I think that it comes with like 4 different flavors. So I'll try the others later, but yeah, I'm impressed by that. That's great. So it is day 15 today with no coffee, and man, I really want some coffee. I don't know. I wonder if it's just so different for people with ADD and ADHD compared to if you don't have it. I don't know. I feel like I was actually doing pretty well when I was drinking coffee. Like I actually felt like I had good brain function and like actually could focus better. But like I've just noticed, especially this last week, it's just been hard to like focus on one thing, and my mind's just all over the place, I feel like. And I don't know, like I feel like caffeine might actually help me just have a little sharper memory, brain function in general. I don't know. I said I'd do this for 21 days now, but I really just want to have coffee, and I want to like see, I want to see how, I just want to see like how like having a cup of coffee will just affect me, like just for a few days. So I don't know. I'm really tempted, you guys, to just have some right now, but I want to stick to my word. So you guys, I might have some coffee today. I don't know. We'll see. I might just do this for 2 weeks. Okay. We'll see what I decide to do. Hello. Good morning. It is actually day 21. I made it through a whole 21 days. And honestly, you guys, I'm excited to have coffee again. And I haven't taken a sip yet, but I'm going to in just a moment. I just feel like for me, I just think I was never addicted. I think I said that before, that I just think for me it was so easy to actually cut out coffee, but at the same time I miss it. I miss having it once in a while. I miss having that warm, comforting drink once in a while, or like going out to a coffee shop or something with friends, or like spending time with my husband and just having some coffee. Like, I don't know. For me, I just don't think it was like that big of a deal. But yeah, that being said, I'm gonna take a little sip. My first sip in 3 weeks. This is exciting. Okay, let's see how it goes. I missed that. That was good. Yep, that hits the spot. I definitely miss this. For me personally with ADD, I just think it gives me a little bit more focus and mental clarity and everything, which is very interesting, but obviously don't abuse it. I don't want to have too much of it. Maybe just even having a little bit a day could be okay for me. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go sit down and enjoy this, and yay, we made it 3 weeks. I should also mention, from the thumbnail that you guys clicked on, the picture of me with my coffee, and I'm looking like a zombie compared to the picture of me with my matcha, and I look super joyful and happy. And honestly, I did that for a specific reason, because I wanted to show you guys what my expectation was for this challenge. Before entering this challenge, that was what I was thinking this would happen, was, well, I'm not feeling so great drinking coffee all the time, so that must be the issue. And maybe matcha, that's the thing that's gonna help me, that's gonna just make a 180. Honestly, you guys, I actually feel about the same as I was off coffee compared to being on coffee again. And I think a lot of it has to do with because I have ADHD. And that is something that I've really learned about over the past couple weeks. So for me, I think just having 1 cup a day or less will help me a little bit to have more focus, more memory and everything. But if I have a little bit too much, if I'm abusing that, then I'm definitely gonna feel more anxious, more stressed out. I will definitely get that afternoon crash. It's just been a very interesting experience. I've been saying that throughout this whole video, but I don't know. I've just been learning a lot when it comes to people with ADHD especially. So I'm curious if you have ADHD. Comment that down below, how coffee affects you, or caffeine in general. if that has been a big issue for you, or if you're able to have a little bit every day, because we're all different at the same time. So if you do have ADHD, you might not want coffee at all. Like I said, energy-wise, mental clarity-wise, focus-wise, it was basically the same, you guys. I just feel like being off of coffee did not help me that much. If anything, it probably made me a little worse being off coffee, just because I felt like I didn't have enough focus. It was so hard for me to focus on one thing at a time. So that was something that I experienced that was very interesting. Some things that I also have heard about coffee and just caffeine in general is that it can raise your cortisol levels. It can kind of mess with your hormone levels as well. And I have hormonal acne, and I was struggling from day one with acne. And so I really wanted to see if cutting out coffee would help with my skin at all and clear it up. And I've also heard great things about matcha, that it can also clear up your skin too. It's a great antioxidant that way. So I just thought, let's try it. Let's see if we can do both of those things at one time and see if I can get clear skin. But as you can see, I still have acne, and it sucks. It really sucks, because I really thought this was gonna be the thing to clear up my skin. But I mean, it's probably dairy, it could be gluten, it could be eating too much sugar. It's just been very interesting though to have matcha in replacement of coffee, and I just naturally felt like I wanted to eat better and drink more water even. I just felt like, I don't know, just healthier on the inside. So that was really interesting. I also feel like when I was drinking coffee, I felt more dehydrated. So that was a nice thing to feel being off of coffee, was that I felt just more hydrated, and I actually wanted to drink more water. Something else that I saw that was a pleasant surprise for myself was that I got whiter teeth. That was really nice. So switching from coffee to matcha definitely helped with that, I think. Just cutting out the coffee in general, because obviously it's like cutting out chocolate too. You're not eating so much darker things, and that just helped my teeth, I feel like. So that was really nice. Like I said before, I definitely feel like this challenge did not do very much for me, but you could be different. So if you, especially I feel like if you're drinking like 3 to 4 cups a day and you just feel so addicted to it or reliant on it, then this might be a good challenge for you to try out. So definitely do that for yourself if you think that will help you. Again, like I said before, I feel like cutting out coffee maybe hindered me in a way, especially in the mornings, just not having as much focus and energy. So that being said, I definitely want to implement coffee in my regular day-to-day life because it's wonderful. I love the taste of it as long as it's fresh coffee. That's another thing I learned, is that for, I don't know, the past 6 months or so, when I would be drinking it every single day, I would have like day-old coffee, and that was mostly just to help us save our coffee, save money that way. But day-old coffee is not that good. So I'm gonna make that a rule for myself, that whenever we have fresh coffee, it'll be more special anyways. So then, I don't know, it'll just be more of a treat, and then it won't be every day that I'll be having coffee. It'll be more like every other day, every other 2 days or so. Or if I decide to have coffee every day, it's only gonna be like a cup a day. And like I said, there wasn't that big of a change anyway. So it's not like if I have 1 whole cup of coffee, I'm gonna like just be down in the dumps the whole day or something. All right, I think that was everything I wanted to say. I, again, just thought this challenge was very interesting. And if you feel like you want to do something like this, definitely comment that down below. I want to support you in that. But do not feel like you have to at the same time, especially if you love the experience of just drinking coffee in the morning or something warm. Like, everybody's different. Everybody's on their own journey, health journey and everything. And I honestly feel like for me, instead of cutting out coffee, I should be focusing more on eating healthier, eating whole foods, maybe not eating so much sugar in general. So that's something that I want to focus on more with my health, instead of focusing on coffee. I just don't think it was that big of an issue for me, and maybe focus more on like getting rest, getting good movement in, taking rest days. Like, those are important too. So it's not just all about the coffee. All right. Anyways, I hope you got something out of this and learned something along the way too, especially with the whole ADHD thing. I just thought that was very interesting. So I think we're good. I think that was everything I wanted to say. With that being said, you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.